Me, my place, my practice, and my intent. Hi, I'm Anna Ballantyne and I'm married to Tom. I love all sorts of things about life, particularly sport, travelling, cooking, being outdoors, and most importantly, spending time with my family and friends. Tilly Rose Ballantyne arrived on the 2nd of February this year, and I'm currently on maternity leave from my Year 7 teaching position. We are very lucky to live in beautiful central Otago in sunny Clyde. I teach at Alexandra Primary School. Like I said earlier, I'm currently on maternity leave this year, but I'm returning to our Year 7 and 8 classroom for 2 days a week for the next 2 terms, which I'm really excited about. I am really fortunate to work in a school which believes in the children being at the heart of everything we do and values lifelong learning for all. We as teachers are strongly encouraged to continue growing and developing within our practice. We have developed the cultural context at our school where we are all teachers and learners no matter our age or position. I would like to think that I bring an enthusiasm for learning to our school. I am all ears for new ideas and am keen to give anything a go, as I truly believe learning is all about making mistakes. I value my colleagues and students and demonstrate the importance of learning from those around you. Since completing the DCL certificate, my whole understanding for learning in the 21st century has changed. I am much more aware of the capabilities of technology, but also more critical about using this to redefine tasks rather than simply using it as a substitute. My knowledge and implementation of true collaboration within my classroom has also changed. Since week 32 of the DCL, I have discovered that actually there is so much more to cover within the confines of 21st century teaching and learning, and that returning to study has had a huge positive impact on my practice. Returning to my blog and reading my final post at the conclusion of the DCL made me smile. The flipped classroom approach which I created, implementing Michael Fullan's deeper learning pedagogy, and continuing to grow myself as a leader have all continued, well, up until my leave commenced. Other professional learning I have undertaken included completing a paper through Massey and making mathematics accessible to all students, which actually tied nicely to the learning from MindLab. Changes that I have tried and have been sustained have included the Learner Hub site for my classroom I have developed. This has continued despite me not being at school this year, and I wholeheartedly believe the flipped classroom approach this encourages, while encompassing the higher order thinking skills, is critical in today's classrooms. I quickly learnt that bombarding students with new apps or technologies is not necessarily a way of gaining or creating new knowledge. The real learning occurred when students were given meaningful tasks and time to solve collaboratively, allowing them an opportunity to reflect and make improvements. It is from this lesson that I wish I had planned better tasks and used technology more effectively in our senior inquiry topics, as this is an area we are still not covering and exploring as well as we could be, in my opinion. The biggest challenge on my practice, I always find, is my own mindset. The old saying of where there is a will, there is a way rings true when being brave enough to visualise and take a leap with something new. If you have the right mindset, the minor challenges seem to become less daunting and more manageable. The concept of deeper learning or higher order thinking is an area I have explored and begun to implement. It was great to start exploring a similar concept in the first sprint of the MCE, but also emphasising to my students of seeing everyone as a teacher and learner, and sharing my learning journey has helped me shift from the pressures of having to be the holder of knowledge to a facilitator of learning. To change how I address inquiry, learn my practice. Teaching seniors, I feel there is so much room for me to grow and to encourage them to grow as learners. This is the area that I feel needs attention currently in my practice. Having researched the future of education made me realise our whole education system on a global scale is set to change dramatically, and how we as educators go about doing this is going to require higher order thinking skills for sure. This, alongside developing and growing as a leader within a management context, is also the stage I am at within my practice. The opportunities I see to change and improve my practice lies among the colleagues and those also involved in the MCE to springboard from, alongside researching and exploring the relevant, engaging and challenging content I am sure is to come. My motivator are these little faces.